Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the cards for the 4th of April 2017. Right, absolutely lovely cards. Thank you to all of the people that messaged about the cards yesterday. They were lovely. There's a real, I don't know, there's a strange energy going about at the moment. I don't know what it is. There's something is going to be apparent. I've been very busy, so I haven't had a chance to sort of take time to just tune in, feel them, ask the questions, but I will try and get that done this week and see what answers I get given as to why the energies are the way they are at the moment. But it's like something's brewing, something's ready. I don't feel it's in a bad way. I really, really don't. I feel it could be quite unexpected, but I don't know, something unraveling. This is what I'm getting. Something is going to be shown. That's it. Something is going to make itself apparent before too long. But the cards today, we'll get straight back onto these because I've done readings all day and I'm really tired and I want to go and have my tea. So, right, 2 cards fell out. I'm using the Bonfire Tarot this week, and I went to pick a card and 2 fell out. Now, obviously, it depends on which order they come out as to how you read them as well. So I'm really pleased that they came out in the order that they did, because the first card that we have here is the 10 of Swords. Now, it's not a nice card, you know. I mean, even though this deck is lovely and colourful and stuff like that, it's still not a nice card, this. And this card is saying that you have been in a period where I really feel you may have thought like the universe was like conspiring against you, you know. And it's basically, you know, it's like the worst that could have happened has happened, you know. So it's just not a nice card, the 10 of Swords. If we have a look, this guy is lying there, you know, face down. All of these swords are in his back, you know. Now, some of these swords are cutting right deep to the bone. So this is things that have happened to you that have really hurt, you know. They've gone deep and wounded very deeply as well, you know. Some of them aren't that bad, but they have still drawn blood. So like I say, this is an accumulation of everything, you know, feeling like you are sort of at rock bottom. If we look at that guy, it's like he's lifeless, it's like he's given up, you know. He's great, he's just, I can't do it anymore. Okay, so it's like he's falling apart. Now, I always say, the reason I'm smiling, you know, it's not like, oh yeah, he's falling apart, you know, like, yeah, isn't that funny? It's not at all. But the thing is, sometimes things have to fall apart, and you have to fall apart to then come back together, if that makes sense. So what this card is saying is it's sort of a breakdown moment, but every breakdown moment comes with a breakthrough. You know, that's what it is. And so if I've mentioned this before, when things are comfortable, when things are okay, we tend to put up with them more. When they are really, like, really bad, this is when we say, I can't do this anymore. And this is when we've got to make changes. So I don't want to sound cliche or anything with this, but it's like, you know, from this place, from when you are at rock bottom, you know, then the only way is up. So anything is a bonus. And this is what this card is saying, you know. This reminds me, there was a friend of mine, and I'd never heard this before, and I loved it. And she said, what was it? When fear knocked on the door, faith answered it, and there was no one there. And this is usually when you are at the bottom like this, you know, when everything falls apart and you have nothing left. This is usually when people find their faith, you know, and usually when people find their hope. And it's there all of the time, but when we don't need it, we don't go looking for it. When we are like this, when we are on our knees and we are asking, please, I need something, please give me something, this is when we find our faith, you know. So like I say, this card, I love this card in a way, and especially in this deck. And it's like, you know, I mean, if we look, he's ready to give up, but them vultures that are there, they're not even looking at him. Do you know what I mean? They don't want to know. You know, the moon's there, so there's fear around him. But like I say, his faith will sustain this. And what happens is when you have been in a place like this, once you remove them swords, you know, once you get rid of the bad ideas, once you sort of stop focusing on any betrayal that's been there, you know, or any dark thoughts that have been surrounding you, what happens is you then gain an appreciation for things that you may have took for granted in the past. So this card is I feel the Ten of Swords is a massive, massive gift, you know. When you have been through shit, this is when you appreciate it, when things are all nice. You know, when you haven't had the shit, you don't know, you know, and you take things for granted a lot of the times. And like this says, you know, when he removes them swords, and because he's been in this dark place, that even the tiniest little bit of light is appreciated, you know. So what I love about these cards is the fact that this card is the star which comes after it. And the star is talking about, like, you know, it's the hope in the darkness. If you think a star lights our way on a nighttime, you know, when it's dark. And this card is saying that your goals are reachable, you know. If we have a look, she's got these bottles here, and it's like she's filling one up and then pouring them away. So this is about giving back what you are taking, you know, replenishing. So there's a lot of healing coming with these cards, but I really feel they're both very dramatic cards. So I feel this is a dramatic shift from there to here. So this is it. He's found his hope, because that's what the star is. The star is about your hopes and dreams. So there's so much healing going on here. There's, like I say, there's a replenishing. There's the flow starting to come again. There's these roots where it's like, right, okay, I'm starting to feel grounded again, you know. Now, this card as well, like I say, there's a renewal of some sort. And what I like about this card is she looks very young, and it's like she's gone back to adolescence again, you know. And if you think when we were teenagers or whatever, you know, we had so many ideas and hopes and dreams for what we wanted for the future. Now look, if you look at your life now, are you as happy as what you thought you would be when you were a teenager? You know, are you living the life now that you thought you would be living then? You know, we were so full of ideas and so full of dreams, you know. And what this is saying is, if you haven't got that passion for life, then this is giving you the chance to actually start again, you know, to look at your life as if you have your whole life in front of you, which you do. You know, every single day we get up, we have our whole life in front of us. And yes, there might have been bad things in the past, but all they have done is make us appreciate the good things even more. It's made us realize what we don't want in our life, so that we can actually take a detour and head in the direction of what we do. You know, if we have a look at where the star is here, the star is coming from a third eye, you know. This is a pineal gland. And what this is doing, it's like her intuition is coming back again. There, his intuition's gone because he's not allowing it. He hasn't got the strength. But when he's found that faith, and then when he starts to believe, even just that little bit again, this is when your intuition will come on. You will start to get the answers from spirit, you know, and you will start to get guided from the universe. And this card is all about gratitude. You know, when we are grateful, you know, like I say, you would be grateful for anything. Even if one of them swords was taken out of his back, he would be grateful for it, because a little bit of the pain had gone. So because he's been at this point, this low point, you know, now then somebody's presenting him with, yeah, you can have all of your hopes and dreams. It's like, wow, yeah, I'm so grateful, you know. And this is when we have gratitude, this connects us to spirit, and this is being awakened again, like awakening our intuition. Like I say, remember when you were a teenager, you know, what is it you wanted to do? You know, ask yourself that question now. What did you want to do when you were a teenager, when you were at school? You know, what dreams did you have for your future? And have a look, and have you actually fulfilled them? And if you haven't, why not? You know? And if you want to, if them dreams are still there, then go out and set out to do it, you know? Follow the star. That's what it's saying here. Now, the star comes after the tower, and what happens with the tower is the tower collapses our world. But what the tower does is it makes necessary changes. A lot of people are scared of the tower, and I love it because, you know, it breaks down the bullshit massively, you know, often harshly, but it does. And what it does is it stripped the tower fallen has stripped away these false dreams that we may have kidded ourselves that this is what I want now, you know, and you know it's stripped all of that away. So you are now not working towards something that won't bring you happiness, because that is why the universe has stepped in, and the universe has made the tower moment for you in some way, you know, because that was not right for you, you know. So this card comes after that. So it's like, right, okay, everything's come crashing down. You've been at the bottom. But look, there's light, there's hope, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, you know, and this is shining on you. If we have a look, we've got the lucky horseshoe there. We've got the 4-leaf clover, you know, this is luck is on your side here. So it's like, what usually happens as well when we've been through this trauma, because I feel so many people this happens through trauma, and I feel when you have been through some sort of trauma, whether this be emotional, physical, or whatever, this is when you do, like I say, you find your faith, but you actually want to find your spiritual self. You sort of realize that there's something more. So the darkness and the dark times actually sort of show us like the light coming through the crack in the door, and we want to explore more, and we want to say, right, okay, there is more to this materialistic life that we've been living. There is more to this, do you know what I mean? This sort of, I don't know, this game of life, really, you know, there's more to it. There's something deeper. And usually when we've had a time like this is what pushes us to actually go out and search for it. So she is here, you know, she is wanting to find her spiritual self in some way. And, you know, we've got the question, we've got the letter Y here. And this is sort of saying, like I say, this is this crossroads now. It's your turning away from that, you know, and going down a different path. Whether the universe might have forced you down that path, you might not have chose it yourself, but the universe has put you in that way for, you know, for a good reason. Because like I say, rejection is protection. So whatever hasn't worked out for you, it's because you have been being protected by it not working out. So this is a massively exciting time. And like I say, we have this why here. And this is, like I say, it's the crossroads. But it's also why, you know, like questioning why. You know, why are we here? Why did that happen? You might never know why something happened, but what you've got to do is trust that it happened for a reason. And it sounds totally cliche, but it does, you know. Nothing in our life is by chance. Not a single thing. Everything is leading us, you know. It's like another part of the puzzle, you know, another end of the thread to actually follow. So this card is, like I say, it's about your hopes and dreams. They are reachable, you know. You've got to reach for the stars, you know. You've got to, and like I say, be young again. Look at. Are you the person that you wanted to be? That's what's coming through there. Because every day you have a chance to change and be that person, you know. If you are, great, well done. If you're not, then there's a chance, because I'm seeing on this, it's like the mist is clearing. This is what it's showing me. The mist is clearing, you know, and I feel this is quite an emotional time as well, because it's like your emotions are starting again. Something is stirring. There's a stir in here as well, you know. Yeah, it's an absolutely Beautiful, beautiful card. That I love it. So yeah, this is, like I say, give back what you're getting. Realize that you and the universe have this sort of connection, and you are working together here. You're never on your own. There is always somebody or something working with you as well, because spirit are there as your ally. You know, they're not there to ruin your life. They're there to enhance it. And often you've got to endure these painful times, because the pleasure comes after the pain. Yeah. I mean, even in this card, if we have a look, he's lying there, he's battered, he's worn. But there's the star just in the distance, all he needs to do is look at it. And then when he does, wow, boom, he's got everything. So I love them. I really, really like them cards. And the card that we got from the Osho deck is awareness. Now this again as well is a lovely card. If we look at this shadow here, we can see like this torment and this turmoil here. It's like somebody, when you're just, like wanting to scream. And there's a lot of grays. So this is saying this is what you have been going through. There's like a mental frustration here. And it's, some pretty dark times, I feel. But what's happening now is like this veil of illusion is being like ripped apart, and you are seeing a new awareness here. Now this can often be painful, and it's hard for our mind to take this in, and this changes. And when we see things how they are and not how we thought they were, it can be quite devastating. And and we can try and cling or sort of paper over cracks or something like that. But once you've seen, you cannot unsee, you cannot. And this is what this is saying. You have a new level of awareness, like the star was saying there. But what is emerging from this tormented, distressed adult figure is this like clear, calm sort of child looking out there. And this is what we all have within us. It's like, right, okay, can I come out? I don't know if I've ever mentioned this story, but it's very rare I see people. I talk to people and I communicate with spirit and stuff like that, but it's very rare I see in the physical form. It does happen, but it's very rare. And there was one day I was sitting in my living room, and I noticed something at the side of me, and I turned around, there's a little boy, clear as a bell. And I went to him, I went, hello. And he was like, hi. And he went, I know I'm not supposed to be here. I just wanted to know what it was like. And it was exactly like that. When I've just looked at that card there, that is what it's reminded me of, So the child that's inquisitive, that will, they want to know more. And this is what the star's saying as well, When there's more out there, there's something different. This was spirit that I actually seen in a human form. He knew he wasn't allowed to come back down here, but it was like, he was pushing the boundaries. He wanted to, we had quite nice little conversation after that as well. But this is what this is talking about, and this is significant within any healing period, because we've got a lot of blues there as well. So this pain is ready to be healed now. You have been shown a new way of living, a new way to be, a new way of seeing, and a new way of thinking as well. And it's about following that up. It's about exploring it as well, So it's like waking up from the pain that you've felt, waking up from this sleep or this slumber or this nightmarish slumber they're saying there, And any ghosts from the past that have been haunting you, it's like this seems to have gone on a long time, but this awareness is giving you freedom from that. It's freeing you from where you have felt trapped, and it's like, do you want to shut that back up and turn back to this anguish now when you can see the world through these fresh eyes? Like I say, talking about an adolescent, look at the world like that again, So this has been like, this veil that you have had in front of you has been like sort of taken away your perception or clouding your perception of how the world actually is. And now it's starting to fade away. You're seeing that, wow, there is so much more there, you know. So it's an absolutely great card, this, and it's cool, it's calm, it's collected. There's no big whammy with it. It's just like like the penny dropping. It's like, right, okay, I get it, So I really love this card here, and it's saying that you don't really have to do that much with this. It's happening anyway, whether you like it or not, so there's no need to really struggle with this. So it's like, if you feel that you've been groping around in the dark and you cannot see, it's like this veil is disappearing now, so that you are able to see the light. So allow yourself to like settle into it, get used to it, get used to this new surrounds. When you've been in the dark for a long time and then you suddenly come into light, and at first it's a bit blinding, so your eyes have got to take time to adjust. And this is what I feel is happening. You're getting your spiritual sight now, and your eyes will take a little time to adjust. But it's like, I'm buzzing with this reading, honestly. If this reading is for you, then this is amazing. This feeling that I'm getting is fantastic with this, So it's saying this is allowing you to detach from the old illusions and actually have this new awareness. It's like your eyes have been cleaned, and this could come with tears as well, but tears actually clean the eyes, they clean the soul, so tears are a good thing. If tears are coming up, let them flow, that's what, yeah, I know, yeah, that's what they're saying, let them come here. So yeah, this is brilliant, and you need to realize that person who had these hopes and dreams when they were a kid, you're still that person, You may have tried to mold and fit into and do what others have expected of you or society's expected of you. But when you strip away the veil of illusion of this is what you need to make yourself happy, once you take that away and you let that child out, then you will find what you truly want. And like I say, when you start to see with your spiritual sight, that is when you can see the world clearly. Yeah, the rain's gone. I can see clearly now. Yeah, right. Okay, so that's them ones on these fabulous cards today. I was actually really tired before I started this reading, because I've been reading all day, and then now I'm all energized now. So this one, the Fates. This is in the Colette Baron Reid, and the Fates is quite it's quite an interesting card, I think. And what comes with this card is the Serenity Prayer, which is, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And this is saying, that when you realize there is a bigger plan there, when you realize you don't really have that much control over things, and when you realize that, things that are happening, whether they're good or bad, it is for your for your evolution, for the evolution of us all as a collective. Things happen how they're meant to, So anything that you've endured in the past, like I say, be it happy, be it sad, is fated. This is it. It was meant to happen. And like I say, spirit they know your greater purpose. They have this bigger plan. You might not understand it at the moment, or you might not get to understand it within this lifetime, but there's a reason for it, and this is saying you just have to surrender to it, because, everything the universe is always working for you, okay? If you keep that belief in your mind, whatever comes, the universe is working for you. And what gift am I getting? What have I got to learn here? Because like I say, we come to crossroads so many times in our life, and rather than stand there and be scared, just go, right, okay, what is it I've got to learn here? What is it I'm being shown? So it's looking beyond the actual physical environment of stuff and seeing where are you really being led with this, because the universe always has your back, always. If the universe will we think at times it will let us down. It lets us down. We can, people can break up from a partner and they can be devastated, and it's like, this is the worst pain I've ever felt, or whatever. But there is a reason you were not meant to be with that person, because the universe wants like better for you. So what you've got to say to yourself, if anything happens that you feel is happening against you, whatever in life, just it's because there is something better. So that's it. The universe never takes anything away from you that should be there. Never ever. That just doesn't work. So this is saying, like, certain events and circumstances, sometimes we just can't get our head round, and we question, like we say in this, we question why. But rather than trying to understand it, just accept it. Accept it for, this is it. There's something that I am being taught in this. So it's like I say, when we accept it, and when we realize that it's not personal to us neither, when we make it personal, that's our ego. Why did this happen to me? Somebody else has a really nice life and I have this, but it's like, why not? Why did it not happen to you? Because you will grow. So thank yourself that it's you, because you will go through another stage of your journey, and you will evolve that little bit more, because you've had whatever it is that was painful, and and that will teach you, and give you more wisdom. So that person that you're sitting wishing you were them, they will have it to come, because we all get our fair share eventually, So this is saying, whatever is happening at the moment, it's been perfectly planned by Spirit. So like I say, accept that you can't change it, and it's like, if there is something not working for you in your life, right? If this is around other people as well, like, honor yourself, honor Spirit, and honor that other person, and that sometimes means that you have to move away from it, But when you know that you're doing that because it's when something's not meant to be, this is why it is hard. This is why it is a struggle, because Spirit are always saying to us, right, go this way, you don't want that, and we don't listen, and we sit and go, why is this happening to me? Why am I feeling so bad? Why is this hurting me so much? And it's because you are staying somewhere in a situation, or there's something around an environment, there's something happening that is not good for you. It's not. One of my dearest friends, she's my soul sister, I love her dearly, she's just been made redundant out of the blue this week, and I did a reading for her a few months back, and I sort of said, changing jobs, something, you've got a bit of a tower moment. Initially she panicked and she was like crazy, and then she said to me, I didn't even really like my job, but I would never have left it. And it's like, right, okay, exactly. That is why it's happened, because you weren't meant to be there. You've done your time, and now it's time to move on to something better. And she's already making plans, going, you know what, I really want to learn something new, and I might just go part-time. And it's like, yes, she's back. She was stuck in this like sort of corporate world where she was in it, and now it's like, right, okay, she's got her soul back. So that is a classic example of the fates. So this is what it is. Like I say, it's accepting it as well, and realize that we are all on our own journeys. Everything that is happening to us is happening to us, and like I say, I know I've just said that, don't take it personally, but this is usually when things are bad, but we cannot judge our lives by other people's lives. We all have a different blueprint. We all signed a different soul agreement before we came down, so we all have our own lessons to learn, and our own like happiness to find as well, and like I say, what works for one isn't for another, because sometimes we can get stuff where it's like, well, I don't know why they want to do that, they would have a really good time and blah blah blah, and it's like, yeah, but that's your thing, don't try and mold somebody into your way of thinking. Everybody has the right to do it themselves. So like I say, this card is talking about it's you're evolving, you know. We've got the stars in that again, you know, and it's like, know that there's more than we will ever fully understand, but trust that they understand and that they know what is better for us, you know. So yeah, I think this is it. It's like the pain is over, you know, the pain is over, and now it's like the building a new hope, you know, building a new, wow, building a new world. The image they're showing me there is absolutely, I wish I could take a photograph of the inside of my head and show you that. It's like this, they're showing me this like utopia just being built up. It's like, it's sort of all building by itself here. Wow, that is absolutely beautiful. So yeah, it's building a whole new world. Wow, that's just actually yeah, that's completely through me there. It's still there. They're showing me. I don't. If anything more comes from this, because I'm gonna stick with this because I want to know more about this. Is Oh God, I really wished I could just teleport my head. I should get what is like a projector in my third eye so that I can actually send these out to you as well. I think that would be really fun, but probably not, because there's probably some stuff goes on in my head that you know, some people wouldn't want to see. So right, I'm gonna go now. If I do get anything more from that, this new world being built, I will do another video and let you know. But if not, I hope you enjoyed those cards, because I think that they're fantastic ones now. I think they're fantastic ones today. So if anybody would like a reading this week, it's literally emergency readings only this week. I still have a couple of spaces, but they all are all emergency readings this week. There's no more availability. Still a little bit for next week. Anybody who's emailed that I haven't got round to, I have actually been busy all day today, so I will get back to you. Don't worry, no emails ever go unseen, you know, or unanswered. It just sometimes takes me a little bit of time to get round to doing them. Okay, so yeah, enjoy these, and just something's happening. There's something happening. Yeah, fantastic. And they've just said to me, it's about to become crystal clear. So right, okay. That actually looked like bits of the world that were. I need to meditate with a stone. Yeah, that's what they've just told me. Okay, if I discover anything, I will let you know tomorrow. But have an absolutely fabulous day, and I'll see you tomorrow with the cards of today. Satnam.